Amanda acknowledged she was pregnant. She attempted to conceal it from everybody, including her folks. She even attempted to dispose of the pregnancy with the assistance of Amma and Ugo, yet it didn't work. At last her mother saw and got some information about it. Amanda denied it at first, however later she needed to come clean. Sometime in the distant past, in a little town enclosed by the arms of nature, there carried on with a young lady named Am-Man. Amanda resembled a sparkling star in her town, known for her excellence that appeared to illuminate the entire spot. She was the lone offspring of her caring guardians, her father, a focused rancher, and her mother, a talented weaver whose hands wove wizardry into fabric in this town, where each dawn brought another story. Amanda was her very own story. From the elderly folks sitting under the baobab tree to the youths playing close to the stream, everybody knew about Amanda. They respected her for her looks as well as for the benevolence that shone in her eyes. Outsiders who went through the town for exchange or travel couldn't resist the opportunity to notice Amanda. They frequently left gifts, coins, and lovely knickknacks as though contacted. However, by her beauty, Amanda's folks, straightforward in their means, dealt with her like a sovereign. They longed for a future where she would find an affection as great as the stories told by the voyaging birds. They expected her to meet a man who was not just attractive, yet charitable, somebody who might value their valuable little girl, as they did in this town, where every day streamed like a delicate stream. Amanda's life was basic. At this point, full of warmth, she assisted her mom with winding around, and some of the time went with her father to the fields. Her giggling was a tune that resounded in the hearts of the people who heard it. This is the account of Amanda, the town gem, whose life was going to take a turn she won't ever anticipate, an account of excellence, decisions, and the strange ways of life. Let us walk with her on this excursion and see where the breezes of confidence take her. In the equivalent town, not a long way from where Amanda resided, there were two young ladies named Amma and Ugo. They came from the most extravagant families in the town. Everyone regarded them due to their abundance. They wore the most costly garments and had things that even the most focused rancher couldn't bear the cost of. They didn't make companions with different young ladies, since they thought they were superior to every other person. As Amanda turned 15, her excellence turned out to be even seriously entrancing. Everybody in the town needed to see her one day. Amma and Ugo were perched by the stream, giggling and talking. Amanda came to get water. She was well-mannered and welcomed them as she generally did with everybody. When she was going to leave with her water, Amma and Ugo called her. They inquired as to whether they could be her companions. Amanda's heart expanded with joy at this unforeseen proposal of companionship. She could hardly imagine how the most regarded young ladies in the town needed to be companions with her. She rushed home eager to impart the news to her mother. Her mom, wise and insightful, paid attention to Amanda's energized jabber. She grinned, yet in addition, offered an expression of alert. Making new friends is great, yet be cautious. Amanda, we don't have what they have. They could attempt to transform you, she cautioned Amanda. She additionally told her to remain consistent with herself and her qualities, regardless of the appeal of this new world. However, Amanda was excessively eager to stress. She was so excited at the possibility of being companions with Amma and Ugo. She began investing a greater amount of her energy with them. They went out together, played and investigated the town. Amanda's life started to transform. She was entering another world with her new companions, a world not quite the same as the basic life she had consistently known. As the days passed, Amanda got herself progressively retained in the existences of her new companions, brought into a world that sparkled with abundance, however was maybe not generally so splendid as it appeared to be. This was a new section in Amanda's life, one that would lead her down ways she had never envisioned. Amanda Amma also. Ugo turned out to be dear companions. One day they caught wind of a major celebration occurring in a close-by town. Amma and Ugo were invigorated and needed Amanda to accompany them. Amanda wavered from the outset. Branching out to a celebration in another town was overwhelming. She thought about her folks, their assumptions, and the straightforward life she was acclimated with. However, Amma and Ugo were enticing. They arranged photos of the tomfoolery and energy that looked for them. They shared with Amanda, "You're mature enough to settle on your own decisions. You don't need to tell your folks everything." And gradually, Amanda's delay transformed into interest. In the wake of pondering it, Amanda consented to go with them. It was her first time going to such a major occasion without her folks at the celebration. Amanda got in the eyes of numerous men. They all needed to converse with her in light of her magnificence. At first, she would have rather not spoken with them. However, Amma and Ugo supported her. They said, "You're wonderful and you can get anything you need with your looks." So Amanda began conversing with them then. At that point, our ruler came to the celebration. He saw Amanda and needed to meet her. They talked and they managed everything. Well, subsequent to meeting the ruler, Amanda felt different. She began figuring she could carry on with a day-to-day existence not quite the same as the one in her town. She loved the consideration and the better approach for life. Her companions showed her that. Celebration changed Amanda. She started to act distinctively more sure. Yet in addition, a piece self-important. The conscious town young lady was currently tasting another life. One that was removing her from her basic and humble starting points. After the celebration, Amanda changed a great deal. She became more sure. However, with it came a sense of egotism. She began going out without telling her folks, and in some cases even overlooked the town older folks, the once amiable and aware. Amanda was presently acting contrastingly. Then came Amanda's 16th birthday celebration. The entirety town praised her magnificence, very much like they did consistently. She got quite a large number of gifts from the townspeople. However, this time, there was a man named Chima who brought his presents a day after her birthday. Chima was attractive, rich, tall, and fair, quite a large number. Ladies in the town longed for wedding him. Chima began visiting Amanda frequently. She preferred him and partook in his organization. During this time, Amanda's guardians got dubious of Chim's successive visits and attempted to caution Amanda to avoid him. Yet she will not listen. Her pomposity has now gotten the best of her. She let her parent know that she's presently a young lady and she can now settle on choices for herself. Then one hot evening, Chima dropped by and took Amanda to his home, a long way from her folks' home. He treated her well, and they spent a great deal of time together. Yet that day, something happened that changed all. That they became personal. Not long after Amanda acknowledged she was pregnant, she attempted to conceal it from everybody, counting her folks. She even attempted to dispose of the pregnancy with the assistance of Amma and Ugo. However, it didn't work. At last, her mom saw and inquired her about it. Amanda denied it right away, yet later she needed to come clean. When her folks figured out, they were frustrated and felt shamed. The residents who once appreciated Amanda and brought gifts quit coming. Amanda felt embarrassed and lost. She attempted to connect to Chima, yet he quit coming to see her. When her folks and Amanda went to Chim's home to stand up to him, they found out he had left the town for good. Amanda felt deceived and alone. Her companions, Amma and Ugo, likewise turned their backs on her adage. They didn't have anything to do with her pregnancy. The young lady who was, when the gem of the town, was currently confronting the hardest, a great time. She needed to live with her decisions, a long way from the basic and upbeat life she once knew. The fresh insight about her pregnancy spread quick through the town. Amanda, who was once encircled by companions and admirers, regarded herself as disengaged. The local area, which had praised her each birthday, presently appeared to be cold and far off. The adoration and reverence they had for her transformed into judgment and tattle. Chima, the dad of her kid, had deserted her and left the town. Amanda felt profoundly deceived by him. She had confided in him and put stock in the guarantees he made. However, when she really wanted him the most, he was mysteriously gone. The acknowledgement that he wouldn't be there for her or their kid was unfortunate. Amanda additionally felt double-crossed by her companions, Amma and Ugo. They had been her associates in the excursion that driven her to this point, yet presently they denied any contribution. They said they didn't have anything to do with her pregnancy and kept away from her. This relinquishment by her companions added to her aggravation and dejection as her pregnancy. High-level Amanda needed to confront the truth of her circumstance. She would have been a youthful mother without the help of the youngster's dad, and locally, that presently not appeared to be identical way. The regard and deference she once delighted in were gone, supplanted by judgment. What's more, detachment, and that is the finish of the story. You see, Amanda's story instructs us a few straightforward, however significant examples. First, it shows that our decisions are significant and can transform us, so we ought to consider cautiously prior to choosing. It additionally lets us know that individuals we hang out with can impact us a great deal, at times in manners we don't expect. The story advises us that each activity has a result, and once in a while, these outcomes can be hard to manage. It instructs us that the main thing is who we are on the inside, not exactly what we look like or how famous we are. Lastly, Amanda's story shows us that regardless of anything else, botches we make, there's generally an opportunity to begin once again and make things right. This story is tied in with gaining from our missteps and recalling what's really significant in life. I want to believe that you delighted in this. Provided that this is true, kindly buy into the channel and turn on the notice chime so you won't pass up stories that shows illustrations very much like this one. Farewell.